Hi again, everybody. John, BTV Digger here. Thanks for joining me again on my next video. This video actually took place yesterday. It was October 29th, and I had an opportunity to join up with my good friend and metal detecting hunting buddy Pete over on his side of the Champlain Valley in New York. We hit some of his favorite cornfield sites over there that's coughed up quite a few great colonial relics, including over 50 large cents. I've been lucky to find a few things, including a few largies over there. I spent about 4.5 hours there with him yesterday, and we dug up a few very good things. So come along, and I'll take you along and show you what we found. Well, good afternoon, folks. Here we are again. It's late October. I believe it's like October 29th. It's Saturday. I'm out here on the New York side of the Champlain Valley this time with my good friend Pete over there, who's digging on a permission property with a lot of cornfields and a lot of old history to it. And he's found quite a few amazing things out here. I've been lucky to find a couple large cents and a number of buttons, and we're just picking up the remnants here. Let me go ahead and show you what I've got here. Just a pretty simple find, but I've got myself another flat button, and looks like the shank is still on there, which is nice. I think this one's probably a plain one, although I'll have to do a little pencil and toothpicking to get that cleaned up. But that's a nice start to the day, a little flat button. There's also some clay pipe stems out here. I'll be looking for those, see if I can find that, and if I'm lucky, maybe I can get an older large cent or some old silver. You never know. All right, let's go find something else good, guys. All right, everybody, I've been just working my way up and down the corn rows. I've dug quite a bit of can slaw. You know, you're near a road, so you're going to obviously dig all this crud in here. But you can basically see you have to go up and down the rows, and there's pottery and everything in the fields here. Let me show you what I've got on my next find here, and this is a pretty nice little find. Small, tight, medium tone target, medium to high tone. Got an old thimble. Look at that. Very nice. And in one piece too, which is a little uncommon for a plowed field. Usually these thimbles and some things like this that are collapsible get all torn up on something like that. But I will clean that up and see if I can get a picture for you and something better. Maybe there's a little detail on it. I don't know. But hey, a nice find from the early 1900s, early 1800s. This site was here from about 1785 to about 1840 and was gone. So yeah, you're going to pick up some can slaw from the road here, but otherwise, there's a potential for a lot of old targets. So let's go find some more stuff, guys. On to the next find. All right, Pete's calling me over. He says he thinks he's got a copper. I'm going to try to film while I step over the corn rows and not kill myself. We've been here probably an hour and 20 minutes. Been slow. We found a few buttons and pipe stems, and I've got that thimble. Let's see what Pete's got.
So we're kind of in the debris field here, and I popped the plug, and you see this little chunk of dirt here. It's kind of green.
Oh
kind
yeah.
of flat edge.
Yeah, look at that.
And then I think it's in here somewhere. There it is, right there. It's either a copper or a flat button.
Oh, it's a big dandy.
It's a big dandy.
Big dandy.
No, I thought it was a copper.
That's all right.
You never know,
huge
though.
one.
You never know. Maybe once we clean up, maybe we got a George Washington. But I doubt that. You never know, though.
You never know. Good find. All right. Okay, here we go, guys. It's been pretty slow. Still on the one side of the road where some of these old home sites were. This is more of a modern find, but I did find myself a wheat cent here. You can see 1 cent there right in the back. And let's see what we got for a date. Well, I'm going to have to toothbrush that up. I'm not sure if that's a more recent wheat or an older wheat. But it's an old coin nonetheless. I'll take that. Let's get some older stuff. On to the next find. Well, here's something interesting, guys. Still this old home site out here in these colonial fields. Now this home was here from back in the late colonial times all the way up until about 1980. So you're finding a lot of modern trash and garbage from the road, but there's also old stuff. I'm not exactly sure how old this is, but I got myself a cross, and it looks like it's brass or copper. It's not silver or anything. I'll have to clean that up, and it looks like there's a little eyelet or something on the top there where that had been like a necklace or something like that. So I will clean that up. That's a very nice little old find. They're probably, based off of what it looks like, probably early 20th century. I'm not sure. I'll have to see if I can find any markings on it or not. But I'll take it. A little old cross from a number of years ago. All right, on to the next find. All right, Pete's calling me over this time, and he's positive it's a copper. So I walked 300 yards over here. So dang it better be a copper. But he assures me it is. So let's go ahead and see what we got here.
So I popped it out of the hole. It was right in the corn row right here. Actually, it's right by your foot here.
Okay. Oh yeah, that looks nice. I think that's definitely wood. Oh yeah.
Definitely a copper. Oh, looks like I bumped it a little bit.
I scraped a little bit. I got a toothbrush. I don't know if that'll do any good though. Have to get a cleaned up picture. Yeah, you
let's see, maybe I think I have a toothbrush in here too, to be honest. I probably did. Maybe I don't. On you?
Yeah,
I did. I scraped it a little bit, but see what this baby is.
Get it out. I'm gonna make my video much longer. There you go. Let's see if you can find anything off of that. These fields have given up somewhere between 60 and 80 coppers
total.
I've been lucky to find 2 myself. Pete's probably pulled 35 or 40 out of here himself.
It's an 1803 drape bust.
1803 drape bust.
You can just make out the year way down on the bottom there.
Oh yeah, very nice.
That's what I believe it is.
All right, let it dry out and clean up, and probably get a few more details off of it.
Yep.
Excellent, Pete. All right.
That's it.
All right.
There it is.
All right. And quickly on to our next find after Pete's large cent, which turned out, I'll show you a picture in a little bit. It's a Liberty cap cent from 1796. Amazing coin. I'll get you a shot of that in a minute. And here's our next find, another flat button. And it's got a little shank on it. I'll have to clean that up and see what we got on the end of it. Looks like probably just a plain Jane as well. I don't see too many distinguishing marks on that. But anyway, hey, another find, another flat button from the late 1700s, early 1800s. I'll take that any day. All right, on to the next. Okay, we're getting pretty much into the wrapping up the day here. It's about 3 o'clock or so. I do want to show you one other little fairly common find in colonial cornfields. But I always like to find these. Look at that, an old musket ball. It's a little smashed. Maybe it hit something. It's lead, and it's round. I'm not sure what caliber that is. It's pretty standard. I found the bigger brown best musket balls as well. This is more of a smaller type. It'll focus for me. But anyway, musket ball from the first half of the 1800s back in the late 1700s. We'll take that any day. All right, guys. All right, here we are back for the towel wrap up here as we end the day. It's been a nice day. Found some decent finds. Not spectacular. One very good find, I should say. Let me start with my stuff. Some of the stuff I didn't get on camera. Found my typical clad. I always get a few of those. A couple silver-plated spoons. You can see this one's all coming off. There may be a maker's mark on the back of that. I'm not sure. This is what I believe is a smaller version of a Hames guide. That's really cool. You can see where the pin attached right there on the side, and I'll get you a picture of what one actually looks like on the top of a saddle of a horse harness. I got my thimble here, very nice. Not sure if there's some writing or design on that. I'll take that. Let's see, a little plastic underwear button there. Musket ball. Some sort of strange old screw. It's made out of pewter or lead. It's old, but I'm not really sure what that is. I did get the 1917 wheat cent. Take that. Couple flatties. This one says rich gold color. That one I think is unidentifiable, but generally 1800 to 1840, something like that. It's earlier half of the 1800s. And then I got my little cross. Probably Victorian area to the turn of the century. And I'll clean that up and get a better shot of that for you. But that's cool. All right, on to Pete's finds. He always seems to outdo me on the buttons. Look at all these pipe stems. Crazy. He just eyeballs these on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9. A number of buttons, looks like about 9 or 10, including a couple nice tombacks, which I'm not going to film every one of those, but those are very nice finds. And you can see those through. He also got a silver-plated spoon, and I believe the same. You got one with a similar writing, right, on that?
Same initials.
Same initials, QMC. So you may be able to trace that back to the owner of the site if you did some research. And then finally, the piece de resistance. This is a large cent, and it's not an ordinary large cent. It's a Liberty Cap cent, 1796. A little bit dinged up, but who cares? Pete will take that any day. Only about 100,000 of those minted, so it's in dug condition, but that's one heck of a find as we got toward the end of our day there. So Liberty Cap, I've never found one of those. That is a sweet deal. All right, everybody, thank you very much for watching us, and until next time, this is BTV Digger. Happy hunting.